What's going on, everybody? Good morning. We're going to play a little live round here, okay? So I'm just getting it set up. One thing I want to do, I want to make sure I have the chat up for you. So if you got any questions, so if you're new to the channel, any of that, try to do these live rounds a little bit, because what I hope to help you out with is just going through the process. I like to be a golf coach that is always talking about the process, and then basically putting my money where my mouth is, and doing it for my own game. So we'll talk about that today. If you are a slicer, I think you'll have some good info in here for you today, because that's kind of, I'm not working on a slice, I'm working on the fact that I'm fading it, but you'll see some of those same ideas go across as you go through. And as you go. And so, good morning from Michigan. Hopefully it's a little warmer. I was in Michigan this time last year playing. This is when we played Arcadia. And it was awesome. A little chilly though. A little chilly, which you can expect. All right, so let's just get it started and I'll talk about it as we go. So we're playing at the Wilderness at Fortune Bay. I play on Mevo Plus. This is also GS Pro. This is part of the Simulator Golf Tour. So if you're not familiar with Simulator Golf Tour, it's really fun, really cool. This is my second round. I shot even in my first round. I actually had to make like a comeback. Kind of was struggling a little bit, but here we go. I'm going to talk about what I'm working on, and you'll see a lot of rehearsals, a lot of practice swings as we go. So you'll see that as we are off and running. So don't hit the path. Okay, we're fine. All right. Well, not really fine. So one of the things that I am working on is I need to get back to drawing the golf ball. I have really struggled with that of late, just not drawing it well, all of that. So I've got, by the way, I've got my Roxor box out here. So this is one where we're in the deep rough. So it's not going to come out very fast. So I'm going to hit a 3-wood here. Fairway bunker, not a big issue here. Not a big issue. So if I go into that, we'll be fine. My goal is just to have as short of a shot in as possible. So if we can just avoid some stuff, got a little lucky. It came off more right than I thought it would off of that lie. But that's one of the reasons I like GS Pro, is like it makes you think, like, hey, I've got to go through the whole process of thinking. So, that's obviously an important thing. So we're working on drawing it here today. So you're going to be, that's my main goal. If I hit good shots, that's fine, but we're early in the winter. Season just wrapped up. Really struggled to turn the ball over, which is how I play golf. I look at it and say, I turn the ball over. Like when I look at this shot here, I'm looking at it as, a little bit of a right slope, so this ball will start a little right, but I want this thing turning in from the right. Now, some people will see it turning in from the left, and it's fine. It's just kind of what you do. Either one works. It's just you have to be able to hit the shot that you see. And I haven't been able to do that of late. And so my goal is to get that ball starting right and turning over. So that's going to turn over, but it's starting left, right? So that's kind of the issue. Like it's hit fine. It's hit fine. Obviously, we're not going to like the result. It's going to be a little far away. We're going to 3-putt it. But that's kind of been the issue, is I am hitting it, and I'm not hitting it very close because I'm not hitting the shot that I see. So there you go. I'm glad we got that one for you to show you the problem and why it's driving me nuts. So same thing on the driver. Struggling to turn it over. Been playing more of like a pull, just kind of like a straight pull. sometimes a pull fade. So that one I liked, okay? You're going to say that's crazy. Why is this ball, why do you like a shot that goes that far left? Because I got my club path somewhat out. So when you look at the club path in the top right, it's going to say 6.9 into out. Right now, that is all I care about. Again, I have to take it a little bit with a grain of salt to say, hey, I'm not going to hit every shot as good as I would hope, or as accurately as I hope, because I need to work on a part of the swing first. And so it's get that path that's far enough out to the right so when I adjust the face, the ball will still draw. That's how I'm approaching this. So how am I doing that? Well, simply, I'm working on keeping this lead arm, pointing to the right, especially as I transition in the swing. And that's been getting my path more out. You can see 5.3 out to the right. That's good. I had to play it over there. Had tree trouble, obviously. Nice thing about a simulator is you can just play it anywhere, and then you go from there. So, deep rough, 84. And even on these shots, we'll do the same thing. So, just to kind of show you what we're talking about here, if I were to just put a stick down, and here we go. When this club comes back, if my arm is straight on, when the club is parallel to the ground or my arm is parallel to the ground, if it would be right on this stick. When I start to transition, I want to feel like that arm is directed more out. That's what we're looking for here. Okay, so here we go, 84. I like how I hit that a lot. A lot. That was really, really good. Maybe runs out anyway and we get up and down. But the club path is out. That's what we're going for there. Okay, so again, especially early in the season and it's tough, this is always one of the biggest challenges I have with students is, you have your simulator set up. You have this set up so you get the chance to hit shots in like a course environment. So use that to try stuff out and see how it kind of works on the course. So strategy-wise, let's take a look here. You can see that. Let's see here. There we go. There's our heat map on the green. Okay, so this one here, again, this is where like a draw is just like perfect. So what we're looking for is, I'm going to try to fly this a little deep. Don't want to be in the bunker. See, you have some help to bring it back behind. Probably not going to help that much because it's not that close, but shouldn't be too bad. All right, so shoulder and arm. So that one felt really good, really good. There we go. So we're seeing a consistent shape to the flight. Okay, a consistent shape to the flight. Getting the shape that I want, seeing that club path into out. That's what we're working on, okay? And then if we start feeling really comfortable with that, then I'll start throwing in the next part. But I don't want to jump too fast. Again, we got all winter to work on it. Let's just get something right with it. So, a little short game. I've been working hard on this too. Got a new wedge we're trying out, a little full face. Got talked into this by actually the lead engineer of Cleveland. Said you should really try these, and I've actually really liked it as we go. So, short game, another big focus for me as we go. For the off season. So just working on some different motions. Sit. Ooh, close. To make sure I can strike those chips a little better. Short game. Again, if you're new here, it is the bane of my existence. So we'll look it up here. There's actually a double fairway here. So for me, makes more sense. Let's go up the right one. If we do it right, we should be okay. Do it right, we should be okay. So let's see it. All right. So that arm angling out. Pretty good there. Pretty good. You can see my club path is getting out there. So I like that. Again, all about just trying to hit shapes. Let's get our feel for how we make the ball curve here a little bit. As we go, 91. I've got a 50. I have a 55 degree. Shouldn't be full. There's another area when we get into the. We will be working on this as yardages. Because I didn't hit a lot of these shots close this year either. Kind of like a perfect example is like that. It's like 30 feet with a wedge. It's not great. So, you know, goal is to make some birdies. So let's take a look. So this one is definitely drive. Here's the problem. When you're playing on GS Pro, you know, you don't want to hit the green necessarily. I'm hitting it about, you know, I don't hit it 300. So here's where we got to look at this and say, all right, what I want to have in. I'm going to hit a 4-iron. Try to hit this like 210. If I really hit it, it might go 215. It is downhill. So that's how I play it. That it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to try to fit driver into this small area where I could have basically penalty shots. It's not a hazard, but if you're blocked out from a tree, that's a penalty. So in my book, and it's not worth it if I'm not actually even going to make the green. So that was hit really good. Really good. You can see the path wasn't as in to out. I mean, maybe I should hit driver. Man, I hit that hard. It's got this little, I think they call it a Barrett's green. So this is interesting. There's a couple ways we could play this shot. When you have this like Barrett's type green, which is like I've always called it a saddle green. I guess the technical term is Barrett's. So we have to get over this ridge, right? So where the green line meets. So I think there's enough room for me to fly this back there and it's fine. If it was tighter or if I wasn't feeling that good, you could take it a lot lower. Obviously though, the risk would be you don't get up the ridge and it comes back down, and in GS Pro that would be a 3-putt. Or in real life you could go along and that would be a problem as well. So you wouldn't want that either. So 85. Let's just see here. That one felt better. That felt a lot better for what I'm trying to do. There we go. Stay. Oh. Uh-oh. Ridge. See, now with the ridge being that close, how would I play that differently? I would have taken like a 50 degree and ran it. Like hit a much more driving shot, land it like in the bottom of the bowl, and then try to skip it up. Or you got to fly it past. I just didn't think it would. I thought I had enough room there to make it work. So that was why I chose that route. Okay, so let's see here. So we've actually been getting our draw, so that's good. Now, the part that I'm missing on these draws is the face. The face is shutting, so that's why it's starting too far left, and then I'm swinging into out. It's starting left, but it's overdrawing, so the face is too closed. So I have to work on the path first, because if I open the face without fixing the path, it's going to turn into a push fade, and I don't want that either. So that's why we're working on getting the path, and I can try and keep the face a little bit more open. We'll give one a shot here. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's going to be okay, but you can see how the draw, that's actually not bad. I didn't hit it great. Bounce out. Thank you. I didn't hit it great, but you can see how the path starts changing as I start opening the face. So that's why it's important to work on kind of one, get really, really good at it, because when you start adding second parts, the other thing you were working on doesn't necessarily work here. So I'm hitting draws. We got a right to left slope. Wind is pretty much nothing, but we're gonna play for the draw. We're trying to hit it close, but draw off a right to left slope. You can see that on the bottom. Plus it's an uphill slope. All of that screams this ball will go left. Plus I'm trying to draw it, so we're gonna play a little bit more of a draw. That was a little 9. I didn't think I could get pitching wedge all the way there out of the rough. How about a make? Woo! Sit! Oh, we'll take it. We'll take it. So I just took a little off a 9, just trying to flight it a little bit more. Okay. What we got? 123. I've got a gap wedge. It's down. Let's take a look at the green. This is something we've used a lot this year. We have these green books now. Strack-Align. They're pretty sweet. So we get the green book the whole time. It's really, really helpful. Just like having that green view. So yeah, I'm going to try to hit this hard. Going past should be all right. It looked like it was sloping back. So hitting it hard increases spin. So if I can fly it beyond, it should spin back. That's the thought. Hit it pretty good. And we're going downhill. So it's going to be back. Spin. Oh, it's caught that ridge just to spin it off that way. All right. Good shot, though. Not bad. Again, if I started a little more right, it'd be really good. All right, here we go. We're going to putt. I don't putt much, if ever. So going left, and it's going to move back. It's going to move left at the hole, moving slightly right at the start. 24-footer. So let's see. Again, I don't putt much. It's also going to shoot off to the right, because it's sitting on a slope. So I'm going to try to feel out a 24-footer. I don't putt much, so let's see. That's kind of why I don't putt much. Usually chip them. Oh well. I think I caught that bump in my little spot there. Kind of affected it there. All right, 3, par 5, 453. So this is one, if I can keep it in play, this is where the hook comes into play, because now I know I should hit it to the left, so I can aim it at the right side and play the draw. Oh, that's going left. We weren't gonna, oh, don't hit the path. At least kick right. Oh, we'll take that. Okay. Hey, we'll take it. Yeah, that was, again, I kind of like it. That was a bailout a little bit, but I kind of like it because, again, I'm expecting it to go left, and it's actually doing it. So that's good. Again, face there, not great. Even the path wasn't great. The hit was, I mean, there was not a lot of good on that one, I'll be honest. It was kind of rough. All right, so we got ball starting 2.7 right. So let's look up there. Hard part about when you go for par fives, you got to make sure you don't land in a 3-putt zone. You'd rather chip than be 3-putting, obviously, because you can get up and down. So I've got a 6 here, going to hit it hard. Should be enough to get there. I didn't get it all. Didn't get it all. Friendly bounce. We're getting some friendly bounces, that's for sure. Okay. So, just missed that one. Just missed it. All right, so what do we got? Pretty level lie, uphill lie, that's good for us. Out of the rough. Uphill lie makes the ball go higher, so it'll land softer. So now it's just really judging that, that distance with our new, again, I've got a kind of a new short game move we're working on here. So it works good. I still get a little fidgety over it, you know, which is a problem. Go in. So a lot of talk in the golf world about angle of attack with especially in regards to the short game. And so the talk is, you know, how do you hit down on it? Should you hit down on chips? You know, a lot of that. I'm of the mind you should. For a long time it was not to. I think you should, although you shouldn't take a massive chunk of the ground. But anyway, that's a big debate going on. And you go from there. So I'm going to hit 4-iron again. 3 driver, I feel like I don't want to hit it good. So never hit a shot where you're thinking, all right, if I hit this perfect, I'm in trouble. You never want to get over one and kind of hope that you hit it bad. So 4-iron. Kind of just bunted it out there, to be honest. Didn't hit it good either. Not my best swing there. But in play, that's kind of why you go with the 4-iron. It's like, hey, if I hit it bad, we're fine. If I hit it good, you're fine. You know, and it's just going to be a pitching wedge or so in. Or maybe not. Let's see. Well, I'm right on the edge of the pitching wedge. Man, these are tucked. So I'm going to hit a 9. Let's take a look again at our green. So looks like it's sloping a little bit. So that's good for us. So I think a 9's the play. Ball's going to come out right. It's a downhill lie as well. That does make the ball come out lower. So a little harder to get contact. You can hit it a little farther sometimes, depending on how you hit it. But again, the big miss is short in that water, so we don't want that. Hit that really well. That one I really liked. Again, face is just a touch closed. And I wouldn't hate that shot. In real life, it might be in a tough spot, but I like how we went after that. All right. So again, another downhiller. It's going to break a little bit. In a real round of golf where I don't have that 2-putt circle, I'm honestly not aiming there. I'd be aiming much more right. Middle of the green. This is not a pin you'd go at. sit. Oh, that's the danger of that spot. That's the danger of that spot. Okay, now we gotta try to make it. Ball's going back, a little chip and run. Oh, tight areas. Now we're gonna lead with a double. Oh, okay, we're on the green. We are on the green, but we're not auto putting. So. All right, 18 feet. All right. Let's see here. Putting's on. Let's see. Good morning from the West Burbs. Not too far from me. Not too far. All right, so we got a nice little 18-footer. There we go. See, that one rolled a little smoother. That feels a lot better. I still get this little bump. I'll probably have to work on that. But, so it affects the speed. Again, I rarely ever putt, but it is something I want to try. Because there is something I want to do this winter. I do want to try to play that TrackMan tour. So, you know, just go to, you know quite a few people that have TrackMans, so just go and play it there. I'm hoping that's something Flight Scope might get into. That'd be sweet. But just some tournaments on the sim for money. So that was driver, obviously. Again, if you're just joining us, I actually don't hate that. I don't hate that. So we set a goal at the start of the day to have our club path moving way into out. So you can see that one was 7-4. So I love that. Is it going to be a little wild and crazy? Yes. But this is the winter. It's time to start working things. I want to get my club path to draw the ball. So we got to start pretty extreme as we go. That's a 3-wood, just trying to tumble, hopefully not on the green. Perfect. So that's one of my big goals. I need to get my reliable draw back. And so earlier in the video, we talked about how I'm doing it by controlling my lead arm, especially in the transition. Then the plan is get the ball flight. Then I can work on the face once I feel good about the path. I'll work on the face. Then I need to get my yardages down because they'll change. And then that's going to be a lot of the winter. I also am working on the short game. A little bit of this technique. I'm trying to work on 27. You know what? Just for fun, again, because we're kind of having fun with it, we're going to try the super spinner. So open the face way up. I'm going to bigger swing. Try to hit the ball. And we're going to try to see if we can put some mustard on it. Let's see. I carried it too far. Right idea. Let's see how much spin we put on that, though, as we go through. And you can look that up on your on the numbers. Oh, I didn't have it up. That's interesting. Let's see. Backspin. It's not going to give it to me because I didn't have it up on that shot. So, oh well. We tried. Here we go. Let's see. Just a little baby chip now. we're having a little, when I start messing around with things. That was a good chip. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I ruined it. Ruined things. Let's see. I was messing around with trying to see my spin, and then I messed things up. All right, let's see if I hit it just like that. Didn't quite hit it just like that. All right, we might be calling it. That might be the end of our round here, because I got to figure out what just happened. But we will see. Let's try one more thing. Okay. So we're going to, let's just restart it. So all I'm doing, if you're paying attention, I'm just restarting the second screen that you get with GS Pro. So it's like the launch monitor screen. All right, so let's try it. Let's see. That's too hard, but yep, I did something. So we're gonna call it. All right, we're gonna call it here. But again, going live, trying to show you a little bit through those holes, right? Just how I'm working on things. We're gonna be bringing that club back. The process, that's a big thing that I'm huge on when we talk to people, and that's what I want to show you. How am I going to go through the process of my own game? I'm not just telling you to tell you this. This is stuff that I've learned. I care about how I play my golf. I want to be a better golfer. I don't want to be a golfer that's not a better golfer. So the process that I'm going to go through, I want to share it with you so you see how it works. And so you know that, hey, this isn't going to be something you're looking at and being like, this is weird. It's not. It's all completely normal. That's why you do this in the off season as you go through. Okay, so working on getting those draws, starting one thing at a time, get certain things dialed in. If you don't know what to do, get help. I know somebody that does it. That'd be me. Go check out our website. We have our community that's going on right now. We just launched it. You can join that, but get some help on it and then start working on it systematically. And once you get all the parts put together, then everything starts to work, okay? So we'll figure out what's going on. I got to finish this round. It's not a great round anyway, but we're messing around, so that's okay. But we want to make sure we get off to a good start this winter. It's the golf season ending, but it'll be back sooner than you know it, okay? So you got to get started now, and you got to get started working on things so you have enough time, all right? If you have questions about it, leave comments. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and we'll see you in the next one, all right? Thanks, everybody, for watching and tuning in, all right? Ooh.